This is very sad. You might remember this tree.
Does that tree have arms?
It's a very weird tree, but a tree no longer it is, because it's dead. It has cracked under its own weight, the weight of its own weirdness. Really very sad. You see the mushrooms, the fungal life is already starting to take over. Perhaps it was already, but I think just the weird shape of it caused it to collapse. You can see how far the weight that was extending out, weighing down this weird arch. I think it was just a matter of time. I mean, you know, it goes to show anything weird and beautiful, you know, maybe it has a finite lifespan, more finite than these boring, straight, boring shapes. They're not even trying to do anything, and here he is, dead. But of course, this piece of shit is gonna be fine. Sorry, but it really is kind of sad. And the most special thing I found as I inspect my poor deceased friend, if you come around here to this crack that I use as a mouth, I think, or an eye hole or something like that, as I come around to this crack, I see, oh, that's rude. Someone stuck a empty beer can in here. I look closer. It is an unopened beer can. Milwaukee's Best Ice. You don't usually find full unopened beer cans in these kind of nature areas that are next to public, you know, buildings and stuff. You usually find tons of empty beer cans. You don't find a full beer can like this, placed like this. And here's my theory. Someone like me also loved this tree and would come down here and look out at the water, maybe sit upon this tree as I did, and drink a few beers. And I imagine them coming down to this beautiful tree just like I did, with a broken heart seeing its demise. And I imagine they left one last beer for the tree. I mean, you couldn't even really sit on it. I tried to climb up there. It's sharp. It hurts on my butt. It's really. That's really sad. Something very odd about this tree. This is like the main root base, and you see how it was growing like this. Mainly, then it would go up, but also these branches or roots. Okay, no, these ones. This one. You see how it. You see how it like turns back into roots. I don't. And then it kind of comes back up, turns into a tree again. Maybe that guy will keep living. So that's definitely a root. But then as it comes up, it turns into tree. But then different roots kind of become their own separate trees. It was an amazing tree. I don't know about names and stuff, but I think it's a maple tree. These things, I think they grow pretty fast. They're not like the most amazing tree, I don't know. Like, they're not the most desirable in the world, but this was a real beauty, and it's a shame. I think maybe I should just say a quick prayer to the tree, a send-off of some sort. You were a beautiful, weird tree, and you know, I found you when I was seeking something weird and noteworthy among the sea of identical trees. I wanted a tree that stood out on film, something that was unique. And you more than served my purposes, tree. Such a beautiful, beautiful tree. And I thank you, tree, for being so weird. Maybe I should go under the arch as a sort of final interaction with this tree. And mystery beer guy, I'll leave you there. I mean, that unopened beer really says a whole story itself. Oh man, it's really sad. Here's a better view of the split. And I mean, when I found it, I was like, this tree doesn't make sense. It's the way it was just. I was like, how does that even make sense? And clearly it doesn't. Here's a 3-tree thing. It's 3 trees, but it's one. It's boring. But then you look at this, man. You know, I wish I had a token of my own to leave the tree. Maybe I do here. Let me see. Just gonna add on to the mystery and the story for the next person. But don't you just imagine there's some guy or lady who came down to this tree and cracked open Milwaukee's best ice and just looked out at the water? Don't look at those buildings. I don't want you to fucking geo-guess me, you yeah, you just imagine him out here with his drinking on those Milwaukee's best, just slurping on that ice. And here, I'll just leave $1. You know, be a one happy homeless guy, find $1 bill and a Milwaukee's best ice. Oh, it's my favorite beer. Hey, it's $1. I can go buy half of a candy bar. Well, that's how I'm gonna leave it. So much going on in the world right now that's worth being sad about, but this tree, man, it really takes the cake.